Hey, what's up everybody? Scoob from Dirt Soldiers MX and the Motocross Training Academy. Welcome back. What we're getting into now is braking techniques. And what I want to show you today is the first part of the braking techniques that I want you to practice as a drill to get the feel for using the brake the same way, and how you use the brake when you're in the standing and the seated, and how you use it transitioning from the standing to the seated. There's going to be a lot of times where you're going to do your heavy braking in the standing. You're going to go to a lighter braking, like say going into a corner, and you're going to transition down into the seated, and you still need to use your brake. And there's a proper technique to do that. This might seem like a very small thing, but if done incorrectly, it will definitely mess up your center of balance, and it'll throw you off, and you can crash, you know what I mean? And it's just not a good thing. You want to do this the right way. And I want you to get out there and run these drills. Run drills on this and practice this on your bike stand. I'm going to show you just how it is right now, how you do it. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to get a good feel for it by getting on your bike stand and doing this. And take notice the next time you're at the track and you're practicing, if maybe you're making this mistake, this thing is like kind of small, and you'll see how small, how it'll be. It's an easy thing to miss if you're making the mistake, and you might pick up on this and take note of it next time you're at the practice track. And this makes, if you correct this mistake, it'll get you're back in the center of balance, and you'll be getting a lot faster and a lot safer. Okay, let's get into it and let me show you. This is what I want you guys to do. We want to get on our bike, and this is the drill I want you to go through. This is going to be the start of braking. This is the first thing I want you to practice. There's going to be a lot on braking. My personal belief is that braking is crucial, the most crucial thing out of the 5 controls, and the thing you want to get down and practice the most, because we're looking to have control. This gives you the most control. We're looking for to keep our momentum. You can kill momentum with this if you over brake, and we're looking to go from braking to accelerating, no coasting. And braking sets everything up to get back on the acceleration. If you mess up the braking, you're not going to get on your acceleration correctly, and you're going to make mistakes. So braking's crucial in all these aspects, and we're going to get into all that. You're also going to see here how body position is tied in with this also, and it is a major key in this too. So this is how they're starting to blend together now, and how all this works. But here's the drill. This is where I want you to start, and this is the drill I want you to get on the bike stand and do this, and take note if you're maybe making this mistake. Okay, here we are. Let's do it. We're in the center of balance, knees tight. You know, everything on the other video, we're in the center of balance. You know, what we need to do is if we're going to brake, we're going to go back against the force of braking. So we come back like this, and we slide. So if we're in the center of balance, you can look down at the feet here. We're in the center of balance. We're on the balls of our foot. As we go back against the force of braking, we slide to our arch, and we press the brake pedal with our ball of our foot. Now what I want you to do is start to really feel, and we pull our front brake, I want you to start to really feel using that brake the same way each time. Get a nice steady pressure down on that brake. And this is when we're back against the force of braking like this, we're going to be doing our hard braking right here. Another reason, just to touch on it real quick, we're back like this is if our wheel's off the ground, it don't matter how much we're pushing this brake. We're not braking. So we go back here to go against the force of braking, to keep that wheel on the ground, lower center of gravity, so we can do our braking, all right? So I want you to feel that. The first step is this. I want you to be in the center of balance, go back against the force of braking, slide to the arch, and press the brake pedal down. Get a good feel for it. Good feel for it, okay? Back to the center of balance, back against the force of braking, press the brake pedal down with the ball of our foot. Get a good feel for it, okay? Now here's the transition point, okay? This is where we transition. So we're going to be back against the force of braking. We're going to say we're going into a left-hand corner. We're going to transition right from we're going to be back in the back center of balance against the force of braking. We're going to transition quick to the center of balance, and then down into the seated center of balance. And here's how we do that with our feet. And here's how we make that happen. Okay, back in the center of balance. Boom, knees tight. We go back against the force of braking. We slide to our arch. This all happens quick. I'm showing you in slow motion. We press, we pull our front. We're doing our hard braking here, okay? Now, as we transition up to go to seated, We pick our foot up off the peg, stay on the brake. We go into a lighter braking, lighter braking. We transition down. We're on this light braking, and then as soon as we're done, our foot comes off, back to the ball. Just like that, okay? That's the technique, and that's what I want you to practice. Let's look at it again. We're in the center of balance. Back against the force of braking. Slide to your arch. Feel how that, get a good feel pressing that brake pedal down. Pulling that front brake in. Good feel. Now transition. We go up, foot comes off the peg. We're going to a lighter braking. Down, off the brake pedal, back to the ball. See, I want you to keep practicing. That's the same way I want you to do it every time. And you want to get a good feel for that. That's the correct braking techniques. Let me show you some mistakes so you have an idea what guys do and the mistakes they make. Some amateurs make this mistake. I see it a lot at my school. What they'll do is, they'll be in the standing center of balance. They might, say they go back against the force of braking. Say they go to the arch of the foot. They're braking. They're getting this part correct. They're good. As they transition up, what they'll do is they want to see how my foot's flat right there. They'll want to keep that foot flat because as you transition into the seated, your foot comes like this. So they'll want to keep it flat, and you might be making this mistake. Check this out. This is crucial, big. What they'll do is they'll just sit down right here. Well, that's not correct for entering a corner. This is not the correct body position. As you apply the power, the throttle, it's going to pull in your arms, it's going to make your arm pump, you're going to see how the wheel went up on the hair, you're going to ride, imagine you're hitting the throttle, boom, rank. It's not correct, see? Let's back up. The other thing they'll do is they just won't brake at all. They'll just say, come back against the force of braking, slide your arch of braking. As they transition to go into the corner, they'll just come off the brakes completely. And then just sit down back here, or maybe get up there, but see how this foot goes in this lean angle? They'll just not be braking, and then they'll overshoot the corner, maybe jump back up and hit the brakes, like they'll pick it up and hit the brakes real quick again. Not the correct way, okay? So, what we want to do is we want to do this the same way every time, and we want to just get on this bike and really feel doing it the way I just showed you. And let's just go over it one more time. This is how you got to do it. Get on this bike stand and run through this drill. We're on the balls of our feet. Boom, boom, boom. We go back against the force of braking. Keep these knees tight. See, look at my hands off the handlebars. Look at my hands here off. That's holding me up completely. Keep them. That's crucial, them knees tight. I know it's a little bit off the braking thing, but it's crucial. If I release my knees, I go down. Knees tight. Back against the force of braking. We slide to the arch, we press. This is our hardest braking. We get a good feel of pressing down, depressing the brake pedal with the ball of our foot. We're going into the corner. As we come up, our foot comes off the peg. Goes in this lean angle. We stay on the brakes. We go lighter. Done braking, we're off the peg, back to the ball. And if we go to the left corner, this leg comes out. Boom. If we go to the right hand corner, now this leg's going to come out that we just got done braking with, and we keep it nice and tight against the bike. Come back to the ball. Here's one other thing. If you need to brake from the seated, after you complete that braking, you do that, boom, come back to the ball. If you need to brake again, most of the times you should not be braking here. The reason being is you're done braking. You set yourself up for whatever it may be, the corner, whatever it is. But sometimes, down rider in front of you, whatever it may be, sometimes you're going to need to brake from here again. There's going to be other situations also. What you do is you're on your balls, you keep your knee tight, you pick up, come off the foot peg, depress the brake pedal. Back. Okay? What happens is a lot of guys will do here also is they'll want to brake from this position, they'll slide back to here just to get that foot flat again, and they'll go back up and brake. Not correct, out of the correct center of balance, okay? All right, guys, this is the first drill I want you to go over. The first thing I want you to get on this bike stand and run through this. Run through it. We know our center of balance now. We know back against the force. Go to the arch, press, get a good feel for that. Really use that brake. Transition up, foot comes off the peg, stays on the brake pedal just like this. We sit down, lighter braking, off the brake, down back to the foot peg. If we need a brake from here, we go pick it back up, brake, back. All right, guys, that's the drill. That's what I want you to go over. that's the first step in this. If you don't get this part down, if you don't get this down, you know, you're not doing the correct braking techniques. This is where it all starts, and this is where you want to start with this. So, all right, guys, stay tuned. A lot more videos to come. See ya.